So I guess this video is gonna be a haul because I went to Jerry's Artorama today. I went in to buy 2 things. Should have spent less than $5, but like we know when I open up that door to go into Jerry's Artorama, like, you know I'm not gonna come out with the 2 things I'm in there for. So yeah, I got a Stay Wet palette and a bunch of colored pencils. So I guess I'm going to open up the Stay Wet palette right here. So yeah, let's open that, and then I'm going to swatch the pencils I got and see if I accidentally bought duplicates. I don't think I did, but we'll have to look. So let's find out. Okay, so this is the Masterson Stay Wet palette. I took all the plastic off so it wouldn't be quite as reflective. So I have one of these already, but it's much larger. And so this one is smaller. And also, I'll be real with y'all, I got it because it is like a golden yellow color. The other one I have is blue, and it's not my vibe. And I know that is beyond stupid. But I don't know, I'm not sorry. It's the perfect size and it's a great color. So it is 13 by 12 inches. And yeah, so let's open it up. So it's for your acrylic paints, if you're unfamiliar with this. It's a palette that has a lid on it, and it keeps your acrylic paints from drying out quite as fast. So it's really nice to have. And it's really nice to have, acrylic paints dry kind of fast, so it's great to have for that reason. But also, if you're painting miniatures or working kind of small, where you're working with smaller quantities of paint, smaller paint dries even faster. So yeah. And then this one has this side thing where you can put, looks like you can put your paint in here and it's all sealed up. This is kind of interesting. So these guys right here are like if you got takeout containers, but then this one right here is like a little nicer. That's kind of weird. Kind of weird that they don't match. But I wonder, is this one maybe this one's for water because like this container thing is different? I guess I could actually read the instructions. Maybe this one seals tighter for water, and then these are for paint. 5 paint cups with detachable lids, 1 solvent cup with attached lid. Okay, that makes sense. I also think it's weird, but maybe when it's wet, this doesn't quite fit right in this space. So, maybe I'll have to trim it down myself, but also maybe when it's wet, it might like expand to, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll just see. I'm not gonna mess with it right this second. But yeah, what you do is you wet this with water, you let it soak, and it'll puff up just a little bit. And this is your sponge, and it keeps things moist. And then we have these right here, which are your what you would paint on top of, and this fits nicely here. I wonder if I do need to trim that. That kind of sucks. I don't know. Anyway, so then this lets your paint sit on top of it, and it keeps it kind of wet, keeps your paint workable for longer. And then of course you've got a lid that seals on top, so that's nice to have. It comes with instructions here that I'm looking at. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, let's see. I do need to pull out my acrylics. I've been kind of missing them. I've been doing colored pencil a lot lately, so this will be nice to have. So that is the Masterson Stay Wet palette in the smaller size. And yellow, the most important part. On to colored pencils. So this thing right here is a sandpaper pad. So I never knew what these were for. You know, like these come in drawing sets. When you're, you know, taking art class, you're supposed to get like a drawing set. These things come in it. I'm just like, what is this? What it is it's a bunch of pieces of sandpaper. Here, let me open it. What this is a bunch of pieces of sandpaper, all kind of taped together. So peel this top layer off. And then if you need to get a point on your pencil, you can kind of rub it on here and it'll get it to a point. And this is nice for when your pencil, you need a point on it, but it's not dull enough to where you want to sharpen it. Because, you know, when you sharpen your pencils a lot, it eats them up. So this is a good economical way to keep points on your pencils and reduce the amount of sharpening. So it's kind of nice to have. So yeah, there's that. And now we have our pencils. There's two different kinds of pencils. I got these, what is it? Very thin? Very thin pencils. So I just got 3 colors. My understanding is these are a harder lead that keeps a sharper point. That is my understanding of what these are. So I'll sharpen those and we'll figure that out. And then these are your standard Prismacolors. Definitely got a color story going on here. Are these two the same? Please tell me I didn't do that. No. Rosy beige and nectar. Yeah, so I came for the pale sage because I've just wanted a light green, and it's just a color. I have like a grayish green, but not one that's just a lighter green. So that's what I came for. But then there are other colors that I know that I don't have. And so I really end up liking these kind of beigey neutral kind of colors, just because portrait work, but also they're pretty. And just the kind of neutral lighter colors are the colors I end up kind of liking. You know, I mean, really with the bright colors, you know, a blue is a blue, a bright green is a bright green. Like, I don't find myself needing a big variety of like the brightest colors, but it's the more muted ones that I am the most interested in. And of course, I really like warmer toned things. So this ended up being kind of a nice color story here. So yeah, let's see what these guys look like, and let's see, cross our fingers, what did I buy duplicates of? Like a fool, like a nerd. So here is my drawing sketchbook. This one's kind of rougher than some of the other ones. So let's do the pale sage, which is the reason for going to the store. And I know for sure I don't have this color. That's really nice. Damn if that's not the perfect color. It is everything I hoped and dreamed. 10 out of 10. Pale sage. And then while we're doing green, let's look at artichoke. Kind of a mustardy kind of color. Nice. And I'm looking, this is my current set. I really need to organize it. And I am, let's see, I've got this color, lime peel. Oh yeah, that's different. Great. And this one, China blue. This one's just pretty. Wow. That's a nice color. I almost got cobalt blue, but I got this one instead. Yeah, let's see. I've got Copenhagen blue and ultramarine. So yeah. All right. This one is, I know I'm out of 70% on one of the grays. So it's either warm gray or French gray. It was warm gray. Yes. Okay. So this is 70% warm gray. Perfect. Because I've got the 90% and I've got the 50%. So cool. I had a 50-50 shot, warm gray or French gray, and they were out of the French gray, so I was like, cool, well, let's cross our fingers, hope for warm gray. All right, so this is chestnut. Nice warm brown. It's a pretty color. And looks like this is not a duplicate. I've been using these colors a lot lately, so maybe I did good. Let's see, this is ginger root. I'm looking. I have beige, which looks similar. Oh, wow. That is a lot greener than I expected. It does look like ginger root. Cool. And let's see. These are the ones I'm thinking. Beige sienna. So these are ones where it's like, well, even if these are duplicates, it's all the kinds of colors I would use a lot of. All right, this is beige sienna, which kind of has like a, so this is beige right here. A lot lighter and brighter. So this is why I like finding colors like this, where it's like, you know, it kind of shadows it, bow you down kind of thing. This is peach beige. Yeah, nice. I think it's a bit cool for skin or for like lively looking skin, but there's really great neutrals. Seashell pink. Nice. And let's see, I have Deco Pink, Light Peach. I have Rosy Beige. Uh-oh, I do have a duplicate. Yep, right here. Womp womp. Yeah, Rosy Beige. So my Prismacolors are from, let's see, I got this set as a teenager, I think. I got this set for my birthday, and I don't know, I ended up liking painting more. I used it some, but you know, it's just something that I've always had with me, and now I'm like, holy crap, colored pencils rule. I'm really into it. So a lot of these pencils are really old, so when I was looking, it's like, I know I had this color, but see how they're very different looking? But theoretically, they're the same. They have the same name. So this is Rosy Beige from way back when. This is the Rosy Beige I purchased today. Yeah, they're the same color. They just look really different. That is gonna totally mess me up. Actually, you know what I should do? I should not keep them. I should keep this separate, because I'll pull these out thinking they're two different colors. So separate that one out. This is, oh, I already tried that one. This one is Nectar. Ooh, yes. That's really pretty. And let's see, light peach, pink rose, salmon pink, and peach. Yeah, I don't have this color. Wow, only got one duplicate. I'm pretty impressed with myself. All right, so now let's, I'm gonna sharpen these very thin and give those a try. All right, got a great point, although I think that's more the sharpener than anything else. Oh yeah, and it definitely, it feels less creamy, it feels harder. So like, I know it sounds like really positive to say, you know, oh, one feels creamy and one doesn't. You know, sometimes you want a harder line. So I view this one as being something that I would sketch with. And then these would be ones that I would actually color with. That's why I got these, was for sketching. Or just doing the drawing part. So that's why I got goldenrod, because it's a nice kind of warm color, but it's still light. So, you know, all those little, what is it? Like screw up lines, or like, what is it called? Where you make lines, guideline kind of things, they won't be as visible. And I got terracotta. Nice. Fits in. You can see I'm really liking colors that are like warm, kind of like this. So And then I got a warm gray. Cool. Yeah, this being kind of a lighter color again for kind of sketchy kind of stuff. Cool. Yeah, that'll be nice because graphite pencil does show through with colored pencil on top, so a color kind of like this would be nice. All right, and that is my Jerry's Artorama haul. The Spent Too Much at the Art Supply Store edition. I taught my nature journal class online, and now I am going through all of my silver brushes because I'm doing a new video project with silver, making some new videos for them. If you don't already know, I make 1-minute educational videos for them. I'll link their channel down below, so if you're like, what's Jenny been up to? I never stopped making YouTube content. It's just on the silver channel. So it's, you know, showing like what each brush can do, each shape and each line. So I have a lot of brushes, to say the least. And so now I'm going through all of them, figuring out which ones I have and which ones I need for this new project. But I figured since I've got all the brushes out in front of me, it's like, I don't know, I should tell the world which ones do I like the best. And I will put a caveat. I think there's still a few I haven't tried, but I think I know what I like. And so it kind of breaks down by mediums. It's one of those things where if someone were to ask me, it's like, what's your favorite brush if you could only have one? You know, the brush I would use for watercolor is different from the one I would use for oils. So watercolor, I feel like no surprise here, would be the silver black velvet. So this is a 14 round, and 8 round is what I end up using the most. So I mean, I think everyone, at least here on YouTube, uses silver black velvets, and there's a reason for that. I think they're great. And I'm not saying any of this because, you know, I like work with them or anything. I genuinely really like these brushes, and using these brushes is a big part of what I do for a living, and so I just have opinions on them. So yeah, that's I guess the reason why I'm talking about it. It's not like sponsored content or anything. So yeah, silver black velvet in 8 rounds. I tell my watercolor students, if you were to only need, you know, buy one brush, instead of buying like one of those variety packs of a bunch of cheap brushes, just get one 8 round silver black velvet. It's a great place to start. And then beyond that, I like the oval wash. This is the 3/4 inch. This is what I do to get like a nice solid background in any of my watercolor paintings, that I have a colored background. And then if I can find it, so usually I have all my brushes kind of organized, my silver black velvets organized. This cool Gremlins cup. Ah, there it is. This is my newest brush. It's the 3/8 inch oval wash, so it's a smaller one. So it's this guy, but smaller. And so it actually ends up being pretty comparable to an 8 round. Yeah, here's an 8 round. So like size wise and, you know, kind of your working area, these two are similar. This one just has a slightly different feel to it. I really enjoy it. I would say that the 3/8 oval is giving my 8 round a run for its money for my favorite watercolor brush. So big fan of these. So if I was painting with acrylics, I really like the Monza series. Actually, I like these for oils as well. I have, you know, figuring out like what your favorite brush is. Like just because this was my favorite doesn't mean it's gonna resonate with you. This is a stiffer brush, and I just like for my paint to go down. I need to figure out how to articulate this. Like this. Like spreading out the paint, just direct, straightforward, and I want it to go down in like nice, there's a certain brushstroke look I'm looking for. And so a bright, let me find one, yeah. A Monza short bright is a really good fit for me, especially because right now I do a lot of work in a sketchbook and I'm working smaller. These smaller brushes make the most sense to me, and the Monza series comes in a lot of small sizes and they're short handle, which makes sense if you're like working at your desk on a small sketchbook. I think these work particularly well with the new Golden So Flats, and I think these are great for fluid acrylics. I think they're great for oils. I just really like them. They're the Monza series, and they are meant to kind of mimic mongoose brushes, but it's synthetic. Yeah, and they look classy too. So this is a great series. Also, in a cool cup. So yeah, all of like the favorite brushes I use a lot are in like the favorite cups. Next is oils. I'm gonna pull up these out. All right, so oils brushes, these are the Bristlon. So again, I like a stiffer brush. So when I say like a stiff brush, like the Black Velvets are a not quite as stiff because they're a watercolor brush. They're meant to like absorb moisture. This is made to push around paint. That's why your watercolor brushes aren't really appropriate for using like a heavy body paint, because watercolor it's distributing moisture around on your surface, and a brush like this is meant to kind of spread things out. So yeah, this is a silver Bristlon Bright. Again, I like the bright. So a bright is like a flat. No, that's not the bright. I have a lot of brights because I like them a lot. Yeah, so you can see I get it backwards in this clip. A bright has a shorter head and offers more control over your brush stroke. A flat has a longer head and gives a more expressive mark, and it holds more paint inside of it. So bright has a shorter head, flat, longer head. So that shorter head gets you a little bit more control, and it just kind of puts the paint down in these very geometric, like swatchy kind of brush strokes that I'm kind of looking for when I'm working in oils. I'm kind of wanting to like chisel things in. And so that's, yeah, that's the Bristlon series. I really like that. The navy blue handles, easy to find. Yeah, I've got like all of these great shapes, but really the brights are what I end up using the most. And this brush right here is such a beast. It's a size 20. This guy right here, worth whatever you're gonna spend on it. It puts in the backgrounds, kind of chisel things in really beautifully. Yeah, this bad boy right here is so great. And in terms of the investment in brushes, because yeah, I don't recall what this costs, but it's not cheap. And but you take care of this guy and he's going to be your brushy best friend for a long time. So these guys are worth the investment. I know the Monza series I don't think is cheap, and the Bristlon series also is higher end as well. I'm a bit of a bougie painter at this point, but I don't know, it's like it's better to spend more money, your brushes will last you longer, and then take care of them. It's a better, more effective route, and actually could save you money in the long run than like going through a whole bunch of cheap brushes. Yeah, those are kind of the three favorites, right? So those three for oils, acrylics, and watercolors. I also think the Monza would go good with gouache. I also like these guys. This is from an old job I worked at. Jenny's brushes do not touch. I really like the Silver Silk 88. These are good for fluid acrylics. I really like these. I'm not gonna lie, the handles being purple also weighs into why I like this line so much. They're just really beautiful brushes, but these also have a nice kind of feel to them when you're painting. So this brush is nice for putting in kind of backgrounds and stuff, larger areas. So things like that. Yeah, I'm just looking around. I've got like all the brushes out. What else? I'll show you what I use a lot. are brushes like this for gessoing surfaces, prepping surfaces, just a big workhorse of a brush to kind of cover a background. So it's not as exciting as some of the other ones, but like every artist who, you know, needs to prepare a surface needs a big brush kind of like this. So yeah, I think that's it for brush talk today. If I am successful in continuing to kind of film stuff for YouTube, I will be working with a lot of brushes, and so you'll probably hear my opinions on them and how they kind of, you know, work with other mediums and stuff. So yeah, stick around if you like that sort of thing. I was looking and I think I have enough footage for this to be a video, so I hope you enjoyed it. I'm just trying to keep things casual. I like talking about art stuff, and I'm realizing I like watching really casual YouTube content as well. I don't actually need a whole bunch of the fancy aesthetic-y looking stuff, so I'm hoping if I kind of keep it casual, I'll be more likely to make videos and it'll be more fun for me and it'll end up happening. So that's my thought. Let me know what you think if this, you know, I don't know. Do you think it went well? I guess don't tell me if you don't think it went well, because it's just like, geez. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll make another one. So yeah, I think that's it. I've filmed this outro thing a few times and I keep making it weird, so I'm just gonna cut it off now, and I will see you in the next video. So, all right, bye guys.